Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Hallis Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails, NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow, like, share, subscribe, and comment. Hope you like all the shows.
Here locally in the community, make sure y'all go check out New Cat Body by Jeremy Jones.
All right, that's right. It is the NFL Roundtable Talks, and we got a black screen for Will Vogel. He must be looking at another page as usual. He was.
Nope, I'm here.
Yeah, I know. I'm messing with you, my man.
Yep.
But so, other than the trade of Cam Robinson to the Vikings, there really hasn't been any big moves, right?
Deontay Johnson went to the Ravens.
I said big moves.
Yeah, not useless moves.
I mean, Deontay Dropson.
Is Cam Robinson even a big move?
It's bigger than Quisenberry, who was a revolving door for Jared Verse against the Rams.
He hasn't played that well this year.
He's a 300-pounder. So, yeah, it's a big move. You know, that takes a lot of effort to move 300 pounds across the 6 states.
Yeah, he hasn't played that well this year.
Hey, he still is ranked better than Quisenberry. Let's put it that way. That's all I got to say. Quisenberry. Oh. Chatting naked is so liberating. Good for you, sir. So, we do.
God,
Wow, look at that. I think we got a Keegan Eckert signing here.
Can you guys hear me? Am I lagging?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we can hear you well.
Yeah, heard you. So we had that bunch of rumors, but nothing's been done. Shocking. So
Hey,
we'll
Jay.
start. Hey, good to see you, Keegan. As you know, we got Hacker Backer Ken, Austin Hacker, Beach Drilla, Will Vogel, Jordan Edelman, and Keegan Eckert.
And
How's it going?
And last but surely not least, Keegan.
Keegan.
Austin, you got yourself a fan.
Keegan.
He
I
does.
do.
All right. Arizona Cardinals key injuries. Kelvin Beachin did not practice. Jonah Williams is limited. And Darius Robinson has injured his calf again. Did not practice. Signing Anthony Goodlow, defensive lineman and linebacker Milo Eifler. Hey, that's to go with the Keebler Elf. It's a name that it simulates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Any of those moves move the needle for you?
The Keebler.
Austin, you look so much taller. Yep, it's okay. I know exactly what it is. It's doing the same thing Benchwarmer Brand does when he imitates Jordan Davis. I'm big. Oh, somebody popped in and popped out.
Well,
You know
We're
that.
not
My
playing
connection's-
rotating spots, sir.
I know.
The
My
Atlanta
connection
Falcons.
sucks.
Chris Lidstrom did not practice at his knee. Drew Dahlman was limited in practice. Caden Ellis is limited in practice. Troy Anderson is back limited from practice. And Justin Simmons returns to practice. And they signed Tyreek Maddox Williams, whoever that is, to the practice squad. Nothing there. Lamar Jackson, who injured his back and knee versus the Browns trying to carry the team, had a rest day today.
Trying to
Keaton Mitchell knee returned to practice as a full participant. Michael Pierce was placed on the injured reserve nose tackle for a calf injury. Marlon Humphrey, he returned with his knee. And Nate Wiggins is returning with his shoulder/illness limited. Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, left hand, was a full protected participant in Wednesday's practice. Good thing he's right-handed. He used too much lube and his left hand hit the wall. Amari Cooper, wrist limited. I guess he was helping Josh.
Nice segue.
Curtis Samuel tore his pec helping Amari. And linebacker Terrell Bernard is limited. And Von Miller, who has suspended for 4 games due to violating league's personal conduct policy, will practice on Wednesday. Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young will start because Andy Dalton is injured. Thumb is better, but it's still stuck in his rectum. Jonathan Brooks finally returns to full practice this week. Adam Thielen was limited. Item Iquanu for his ankle did not practice. Dax Milne, Division III product, was signed to the practice squad. Yeah, that moves the needle for that team.
Yeah,
offensive line Ryan Bates was limited in Wednesday's walkthrough practice estimation. Man, when you're limited on a walkthrough, does that mean you're more injured than everybody else who actually did limited practice?
Yes.
I'm just asking.
I was going to say he went to a Division III NFL team.
I know he did. Hey,
get it right.
There we go. Here's our news of the week. I do a show with Ralph that he calls the External Bum. Would anybody here not put Tariq Stevenson as the bum of the week?
No, he's the bum for sure.
Yeah, he definitely earned that one.
Because he was clowning so long that if you watch in the background, Jaden Daniels was doing the bootleg in the other direction from the defenders.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, John, you're absolutely right. The Lions are currently on a 100-point differential on the season and is number 1 in the NFL with that. We are also tied for number 2 for turnover differential. If Jordan Love only threw as many interceptions as Jared Goff, they'd be tied in the turnover differential too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got a bit of that Brett Favre in him.
He does, don't he?
I can't really bitch about it because after going from Aaron Rodgers, who was allergic to interceptions, it's nice seeing somebody take a chance every so often.
That whole sequence of the Bears was a joke, though. They said he had like 12.8 seconds to throw the ball. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
And if you looked at the whole play, his job was to guard Noah Brown. That was his job, and he screwed that up.
Yeah, I don't know why the Bears just threw a 3-man rush. That gets my nerves when the team throws a 3-man rush on a Hail Mary a lot.
If I was the Bears, If I were the Bears, I would have left them at the airport and would have been like, "Oops, not really."
I'd have put him out the pasture and shot him like a bad horse. But anyways,
That's extreme.
Yeah, Tyreek Stevenson, number one, he did the second thing you're told never to do as a defensive back. Pat it down, not tip it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Defended a
Well, I
pass
think that
going all the way back to Little League, Pee Wee, flag
Yeah,
football. You bet.
Those whole series of plays were not his series, that's for sure. Going after the fans and then having to come into the play, then was supposed to guard the person that caught the ball in the first place, but actually tipped it to him. He was not having a good play down right there.
yeah, the worst part, the bad part that nobody talks about that play though is the safety was supposed to be back farther. 31, the safety for the Bears.
The bad part is if you look at the angle in the video where he's at, it'd have been dead in his breadbasket. 31 was there, ready to catch the ball, and all of a sudden Tyreek jumps in. Yeah, fired. Stevenson jumps in and goes, "Nope, you can't have it." But he can.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they won. But back to the injuries. I just wanted to address that real quick because that was like my main news. But Jordan Love is 35th in completion percentage. Caleb Williams is 31st. And Jared frickin' Goff is number one in the league.
Well, yeah, because the last 5 games he's had like 18 incompletions.
20, but that's okay.
Yeah,
and with Jordan Love, a lot of that is because of how he's performed in the first half of games. The first half of games, it's like it takes him forever to warm up. Once the second half comes on, he's lights out usually.
Why is it called the bread basket? Because back in the old days, the baker would have the woman carry a bread basket right on her belly to sell the goods when they didn't sell out in the store. Because they didn't have such a thing as a day-old bread store in the old days. No preservatives. That's why people live longer.
History Lessons 101 with Jeremy B.
Need a song for that.
Old lazy eye, old lazy eye, the guy that can watch the defensive lineman and his quarterback at the same time has a knee injury. He was limited in practice. That's Kevin Jenkins. Montez Sweat, shin, did not practice. Jaquan Brisker still has yet to clear concussion protocol.
James,
I think he's been practicing how to get injured with Tua because he's still injured 4 weeks later. Kyler Gordon, his hamstring did not practice either. Joe Burrow, his right wrist. Oh man, he used his throwing hand to do it. That's awful. It was a full participant at practice this week. T. Higgins blew out his quad, did not practice. Orlando Brown has a knee fibula issue, did not practice. Chris Jenkins had his thumb removed from his rectum, and he's full at practice.
You're saying that about a Michigan dude?
I don't care. He's in the NFL and plays for somebody else. He's the enemy now.
I'm saying
Dorian Thompson-Robinson had his finger removed from Deshaun Watson's massage parlor participant and was able to practice today. Jerome Ford blew out his hamstring pulling on Dorian Thompson, so he was limited. Jerry Jeudy returns to full practice. His knee is better since he got off of it. Miles Garrett, Achilles, was a full participant. I have nothing to say about that because I've ruptured my Achilles. I will never pick on somebody for an Achilles tendon. That's awful. It hurts. And yes, welcome to the show, Ralph.
Ralph,
Ralph,
out here, Ralph.
We're doing the funny takes on injuries today because I'm going to have fun with it. Uh-oh.
Smoking Dad.
All of us like it. We dance to it. Leonard goes, I hate that fucking music. Oh my God! You know what he sounds like? He sounds like Clint Eastwood on the front of the porch for Gran Torino. Get off my lawn!
Yeah.
Get the F off my lawn.
Zadarius Smith wants to throw up because he was watching Jerry Judy on his knees and did not practice today. He's sick. JOK, Jeremiah Owusu Koromoa, will not play because his neck is hurt. Maybe he took over for Jerry Judy.
Oh.
Denzel Ward has a concussion and is considered day to day until he clears protocol. I sent him the link. I think he's been too busy painting all day, and the fumes might have got to his head. Dad or Mrs. Leonard killed him for being a dickhead.
Or he's hiding because the Yankees are down 3-1. Anyway.
Now we're to the Dallas
Hey.
Cowboys. This will be fun. Linval Joseph's back is hurt because he tried to pick up Zach Martin after helping Micah Parsons with his ankle, while Eric Kendricks had his shoulder hurt all at the same time. While trying to remove Nick Vigil's foot, who did not practice out of Dak Prescott's ass. Teron Bland was activated from injured reserve. Trayvon Diggs has a calf injury. He did not play. And Amani Orumorie was placed on reserve.
Hey, you know what? Sorry
Yeah.
about this. I'm going to go back to a comment that said, what free agent would bearded Packer want that was a former Lion? Take AO.
Not now. He's on IR. Can't
Yeah. Oh,
No,
yeah.
free agency.
If I'm taking anybody off the Lions, I'm taking Gibbs from you and pairing him with Jacobs.
Yeah, because then that would be the best running back duo in the North instead of you just having half a duo.
Hey, we've got a good duo with what we got.
Who?
Yeah, what's that guy's name?
Marshawn Lloyd.
Who hasn't even played yet?
Marshawn Lloyd, I'd like to see.
And again, it's a clown show up outside of Josh Jacobs. What are you talking about?
You're trying to tell me that Wilson's not a damn good number 2 running back and doesn't get good yardage.
Yet again.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm just being a dick right now. I'm having
Oh yeah, that's
Denver
what I'm
Broncos. Mike McGlinchey was on his knees trying to keep his job and didn't practice. He must have been in the coach's office. Patrick Surtain, his ankle is healed. He's back to full practice. DeLaren Turner yell. His knee was hurt, so he yelled, and now he's limited in practice.
Aha.
Safety PJ Locke. His thumb was stuck in Terry internal, and he did not practice today. Jared Goff told reporters that he rolled his ankle and expects to return to practice on Thursday. Goff did not practice today. Taylor Decker had a chest issue, did not practice. Roderick Martin was a full participant at practice, and Malcolm Rodriguez, and plus about 3 other guys were on rest. Because Malcolm Rodriguez is expected not to play, but it looks like we're going to have Taylor Decker and Goff. This is more like rest days for them because there was no major injury listed.
Yeah, I'm not too worried what happens on Wednesday.
Jordan Love, who went to St. Taffy's in Jacksonville and got his groin pulled, did not practice. Josh Jacobs did not practice due to his ankle. Kenny Clark is limited in practice because how did he get his toe and his shoulder hurt at the same time? What did he get his toe stuck in, and what did he try to pull it out of?
He was trying to put his leg on his shoulder,
and as per reported from Rob and Ken, the Packer fan on Ken and Ken in the Morning, Jair Alexander basically is out this week. His knee's a little effed up.
Oh, really? Really?
He's not officially out, but it does not look good as of right now. Jacobs and Love are most likely playing, along with Evan Williams, which I think is the biggest piece on the defense to play.
King SJ had a question, Jeremy.
But with Roderick Martin being a full participant, think he has a shot? No, he has to be activated because it was a pup injury. He was on the pup list, not on the IR. So he's in his 21-day active window. But them letting him be a full participant at practice, if he's activated by, Friday before 4 p.m. for off the pup list? I think it is. than he will be. I'm not going to say he is, but in Houston, they were at home, and Damian Pierce went to one of Deshaun Watson's old massage parlor people and had his groin pulled. Jarrett Patterson, the center that they drafted out of Notre Dame, he has a concussion, and he's out. Probably banged his head trying to drag Damian Pierce out of the whorehouse.
Yeah,
Aziz Al
probably.
Shahir has a knee, he's out. And another one at the same whorehouse groin, out, Jimmy Ward. They signed J.J. Taylor to the practice squad, a running back that I never heard of, so that doesn't move the needle. Anthony Richardson, his left wrist and left shoulder stopped hurting. He reduced the loop. Was a full
He's still tired.
participant. He's still tired. That's of course. He's not starting because they're going to go with Joe Flacco. Josh Downs, his pinky toe still bothers him, so he did not practice. Michael Pittman, his back hurt. Uh, he's not playing. Braden Smith hurt his knee, and Ryan Kelly, that sounds like some sort of weird scissor shit's going on there in India. I don't know. Two old linemen in positions next to each other can't practice. Tank Bigsby returns to practice because he got his ankles better. That's good for him. Travis Etienne, his hamstring, was limited at practice, so he might play. Don't hold your horse that he helps your fantasy team because he's been booty cheeks all year. Keelan Robinson designated to return from injured reserve. That's another running back. Robinson was a full participant at practice. Gabe Davis was limited. Brian Thomas Jr. was limited. Ezra Cleveland, his ankle hurts. He's not practicing. And Ronald Darby threw out a hip, but he was able to come back to practice in full today. They signed Jake Bunt and Bellis Jones. Oh, God, they're desperate.
Wasn't
Yeah, well,
Funk a
all their
Lion?
wide receivers are hurt
I know.
for Jacksonville. Because
Zamir
Christian
White.
Kirk's out for the year.
Zamir White has a leg injury called the quadriceps. It was limited in a participant in practice. Jacoby Myers, his ankle's finally healing up. Brock Bowers finally got his rib back. He must have found a woman. I don't know. But he was a full participant. Max Crosby returns to practice for the first time in full today. Los Angeles signings. All they did was sign. Oh, that's why they got a fucking laundry list. There we go. All right. They signed center Sam Mustipher and cornerback Kendall Williamson to the practice squad. DJ Shark pulled his groin. We all know the story. He was limited in practice. Quint Johnson's ankles must be getting better. He's limited. Lad McConkey, hey, we found out where the other hip went there in L.A. He was limited in practice. Brendan Rice, his shoulder is limited. Christian Fulton, hamstring, did not practice. Rookie wide receiver for Los Angeles was in limited practice today. Jordan Whittington out of Texas. River Craycraft. What a name. I almost said, is this River Carcraft? What is this?
River
we'll have his
Riffraff.
River Riffraff. Yeah, for Miami. Yeah, that sounds about right. We'll have his 21-day practice window open. Defensive lineman Zach Seiler has a fractured orbital bone injury. I told Tua that's not where it goes. That won't require surgery per head coach Mike McDaniel. Tyler's availability for Sunday's game against the Bills won't be known until the end of the week. Emmanuel Agba did not practice. He tore his bicep, plus he's sick to his hip. He's poured it a tummy hurt. Jordan Brooks, hamstring, wrist limited. We all know that story. You pull too hard on one part, you hurt something else. Javon Holland, hand and knee. Good Lord, they're setting it up for me. And they signed Shaquille Brown to the practice squad. Minnesota Vikings. TJ Hawkins returned to full practice today. And Dalter Risner was a full participant. One has a knee injury, one has a back injury.
Yeah.
How do you
the heck
fracture
is
an
that?
orbital bone when wearing a helmet? Who says he
What
did
the
it on the
heck?
field?
Is
And
someone?
They did the
they
Three
also,
Stooges on him.
and because he returned from waivers, they get Miles Gaskin back to the practice squad. Drake May, who suffered a concussion last week, was limited practice participant today. Antonio Gibson was limited. Jalen Polk was limited. Badarian Lowe did not practice. Keon White, limited practice. Jonathan Jones, limited practice. And Kyle Duggar, limited practice. Derek Carr for the Saints is expected to return because his oblique healed. He's got to quit letting the wife bounce on it the day before a game. I'm just telling you, people. Alvin Kamara, hand rib, was limited in practice. Condre Miller, hamstring, did not practice. Jamal Williams is limited in practice. He had his groin pulled, and we all know where it's happened down there in New Orleans. There's lots of them everywhere. Jawan Johnson, shoulder limited. Rashawn Lattimore, hamstring, did not practice. Kool-Aid McKinstry returns to limited practice today. And Tyron Matthew, he was sick. He did not play.
I thought you said you were gonna say Kool-Aid McKinstry ran through a wall and got hurt.
Oh, yeah! Signings,
Get
running
Will
back.
with the jokes.
Jacob Kabodi signed to the practice squad. They got a
Kabooty.
yeah, it's Kabooty. They got a Kabooby.
They got the kabooty booty.
Booty everywhere. Okay, New York Giants, Tyrone Spacey, concussion, did not practice. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. That's wrong. Sorry. John Michael Schmidt, calf limited. Brian Burns, Achilles, and a bite. Good Lord, these guys are beat up, aren't they? Limited in practice, and Adoree Jackson returns to limited practice. Garrett Greenfield and Marcellus Johnson are offensive linemen signed to the practice squad. Alan
Jordan,
Lazard
what
is
did you
ruled out.
microwave? Sorry.
Oh, never mind. They are Patriot shorts. Jets. Alan Lazard is out for Thursday's game. Morgan Moses, offensive lineman, is questionable. Elijah Vera Tucker is out. Likai Fotu is out. Tony Adams, safety, out. Ashton Davis, concussion, out. Greg Zierlein was with his knee injury, was placed on injured reserve. He could not make Aaron Rodgers good enough to keep his job. Marcelino McCray Paul signed to the active roster from the practice squad. Riley Patterson was signed to their practice squad, and another kicker, Spencer Schrader, to their practice squad. And Jalen Key, rookie UDFA, was released from the practice squad. Jalen Carter, Darius Slay, and Dallas Goddard did not practice today. Hamstring for Goddard, shoulder for Jalen Carter, and another groin pull for Darius Slay. Landon Dickerson also did not practice as well. Mekhi Becton is returning to limited, and Albert Iguabonum, I hope I said that right because that's a hell of a name, with his abdomen tear that he had earlier in the year, he returned to full practice. And they signed offensive lineman Braden Daniels to the practice squad. Pittsburgh Steelers, no one's injured. Not one after they played the Giants.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Nope.
But they signed running back Aaron Champlin. What a name. Champlin.
Yeah, Champlin. Yeah, he's
to the practice squad.
I think he's from Harvard or something, that guy. Yeah, he's from Harvard.
Yep. I said the same thing you did. I clicked on his name.
No, I know that for a fact because I tell with the Steelers and all.
Yep. Seattle Seahawks, Tyler Lockett, oblique, returned to limited practice. DK Metcalf, after going six shades of Sybil, he tried to work it out with the coach of his knees. It didn't work. He didn't practice. Oh, my goodness. Who we got back now? It might be Jordan. Oh, there it is. The list gets longer every week. That's all I got to tell you, people. Last week, it took 20 minutes to get through at 29 now, but I'm making jokes, too, because it's that long. Tyler Lockett hurt. DK Metcalf, like I said, didn't do good enough job with the coach, so he's not practicing today. His knee hurt. George Fant, offensive tackle knee, returned to practice and was limited. Abraham Lucas knee returned to practice and was limited. And Devin Witherspoon, who had to remove his foot from DK Metcalf's ass for being stupid, did not practice. They signed linebacker Michael Dowell from the practice squad, and their roster cut was Jamie Sharif, a guy that I never heard of. Visits. Ooh, Randy Gregory, who signed with the Buccaneers, just visited with Seattle. Signings for Tampa Bay, Troy Hill. Doesn't move the needle. The practice squad. Injuries. Will Levis, right shoulder, is limited in practice today. With the way Mason Rudolph threw, they might want him back. Tony Pollard, foot, did not practice. We did something right. Ty Spears, hamstring, limited. Tyler Boyd, shoulder, did not practice. Calvin Ridley,
Wow.
shoulder, did not practice. Devondre Sweat, hip, did not practice. L'Jarius Sneed is still dealing with the squad injury. They came out of it more banged up than us. Sounds like they need to go to that St. Taffy's for a groin pull. But anyways, Jaden Daniels' rib was limited in practice. Ian Robinson limited in practice. Terry McLaurin was a full participant. Wide receiver Alamid Zacchaeus, hamstring limited. And Frankie Luvu has a shin injury, did not practice. And that concludes
Frankie
the
Louver.
NFL roundup report.
What injury does he have? Chin?
A shin injury. In
Oh, I
other
thought you
words,
said chin. I was like, butt chin, Padawan?
no,
The
that's your
real-
injury. That's why you can't
Yeah.
show up.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was
Hey,
coming.
Yeah. You
They do
can't-
got
To
Jeremy
walk in
Chin
the-
on the roster.
Yep, they got Jeremy Chin on the roster. That's true. So, that being said, I am going to make one statement about it because we don't know the full story. We don't know both sides. We've heard some of the cops. We haven't heard any of JMO's. He's not releasing his statement, nor should he. He hired a lawyer for a reason. So my only statement is if they issue a warrant, then it still has to be decided in a court of law. If they don't issue a warrant, all of this stuff that people have been saying, all the mean and hateful things about JMO was unwarranted.
Yep.
And I'll leave it at that.
It don't make a difference if they issue a warrant or not. It's still not going to do anything in a court of law. He didn't have a CCL and he had a concealed weapon, and the cops didn't take him in. They let him off. That's too bad. Too bad. So sad.
That's it.
Too bad. So sad.
You can't call somebody guilty or
The
not
cops
guilty
probably
without a
didn't want
court.
to do the paperwork.
Yeah, they didn't even have paperwork. They don't have any
Yeah.
citations. They let him off with no paperwork.
Well,
Thank God the
they
sergeant was a fan.
they evidently have enough to send it for a review to the DA's office.
A 9 out of 10 times, we're going to throw that out. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're throwing that
I
out.
have the feeling it's going to be thrown out too, because it came from Internal Affairs, who was doing an investigation, and 9 times out of 10, Internal Affairs do it over procedural stuff. That's what they investigate other cops about. So there's some sort of procedural meltdown, whether it was with the lieutenant that told that sergeant to let him go, or whether it was something in the initial part of the investigation. Nothing has been shown of the footage of that part, and we don't know the actual conversation on the phone. So without that, it's all speculation, and I don't want to be a speculator.
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting at.
I think it's more the DPD trying to cover their ass. That's what it is, because it's a high profile person that they caught and it got leaked out.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
wouldn't
that
be
too.
surprised
I just
if-
didn't want to be the one to say it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the police department's the only one that ends up getting in trouble for it. That maybe it was something that JMO should have been arrested for and gotten in trouble, but because it's now after the fact, that might give them enough of an out.
Right.
Yeah.
How come
Mhm.
Packers players don't get in trouble with the police? Strong
Because
knee
we
pads and no gag reflex.
We massively vet our guys beforehand and make sure they're not going to go out and go ham. And if they do have any type of mess up like that, they're usually gone within a year or two.
Damo riding around Motown like Doc Holliday, and they let him go. That's okay. You know
And-
what? It is an open
and-
carry state. I do have to
Well,
say that.
and that's true. However, I mean, it's just a misdemeanor if they would have took him in, and that's really kind of that's like overplaying it in the first place. A concealed weapon charge. If he's got the gun registered to him, all he had to do is get a license. They're going to tell him to get a license, and they're going to give him a misdemeanor fine for that. That's it. That's nothing big deal.
It's a civil infraction. It doesn't become a criminal infraction.
Unless it's part of a crime.
Of course we're saying there isn't an equal application of the law. That certain people get privileges. We all know that. It happens every day.
Yeah,
Well,
just
yeah,
as
if you looked at that video, I mean, J-Mo's throwing his name around. You know, I'm J-Mo Williamson of the Lions. And then, of course, the lieutenant that comes on the scene, he's a Lions fan, and he's up there saying,
Sergeant,
why'd you guys pull him over? They should let him go.
Hey, so
You gotta love the police, man.
an autograph and some free tickets.
Right.
well, at the same time, J.I., that may be. But at the same time, if you live in Detroit and you want to go to a Coney Island before dawn in the city of Detroit, and you're not carrying with that crime rate, I'm going to think you got a mental problem.
Well, I mean, I think the thing for J-Mo he has to realize is that maybe he should move into the suburbs. Might be a little safer for him there, and just not try to be thug lifing out in a city, you know, like some of these players try to do all the time. You know, grow up, man. That's what you got to do. Grow up.
Hey, Jeremy, my dad used to drive a truck, and he said when he had to drop off, a load in Detroit, he would park his rig, and he'd have to call the police to take him to the diner because the cab company would come and pick him up because it was dangerous.
I know,
Oh my
and it's
gosh!
been that way
When he
for
told
decades.
me that, I almost fell over. I'm like, really? Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way: the only cities with a higher crime rate than Detroit right now is Chicago and Saginaw, Michigan. That's per capita.
Wow.
I thought Baltimore was up there.
Baltimore's fourth.
Yeah, I know Baltimore's in there. Philly's in there too.
Washington, D.C.'s in the top 10. Philly's in the top 10.
Yeah, Philly's in there. Yeah.
I mean, let's make this clear though. It used to be a lot of capital crime in the city itself, in actually downtown area, but that has got cleaned up. It's in the outside parts of the city, like, you know, we got 7 Mile and 8 Mile and all that area. Where J-Mo was at. J-Mo was at Connor and Jefferson, which is another area that's kind of.
Hey Zilla, how about the area where Gran Torino was filmed with Clint Eastwood and all that? What's that area there?
That's on the west side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Livernois area, I think, somewhere around there.
How about Beverly Hills Cop?
Hey,
that was all over the city.
Yeah.
Newsflash, the Pistons won their first game versus the 76ers today.
I was just going to say they won.
What are they, 1 or 2-0 there, Jeremy? What are they?
They are 1-4.
1-3 or 1-4.
Oh, 1-3 or something. Okay.
Yeah.
105 to 95.
Oh, wow.
Your points leader was Jaden Ivey. Rebounds, Tobias
Hey,
Harris.
the Pistons still have a chance.
One of their 10 wins this year.
So you're saying
there
they
you
have
go.
a chance.
That's it, Jordan. You got it.
Go Celtics, baby.
Where is the tire shop? My tire shop is in Flint. And that's one of the cities in the top 20 for crime capita and murders in the United States.
Yeah,
And matter of fact, it's close to being on the top 50 in the world now. It's gotten so high.
Bad. Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I didn't know this show turned to miss first 48, y'all.
You know what's
Hey,
funny
Jeremy,
is
I had a friend of mine who was in Detroit, and I sent him over towards your place there in Flint there. I asked him to go there for tires. He used your name. You weren't working, and he said he got charged triple.
I don't doubt it.
Damn.
Yeah, Rob Haspels, you're exactly right. The Caleb Williams Rookie of the Year talk has really died
Yes,
down.
it has.
You know,
Absolutely.
Rob Haskell's, what other
Yeah,
talk I've heard died down?
I think some people with Caleb Williams got egg on their face.
It was old
Actually,
Cindy
you know
Boy
what?
for MVP. I've heard that talk die down a lot too.
Rodney, I'm going to actually say, you know what? I've been working there, and for almost 2 years, I've heard one gunshot the entire time, and it was from the expressway. Somebody pretending like they were in L.A.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's get back to what we really here for. What's the fun part of this show?
The
Pick'em.
Pick'em.
The
To be on it.
The
To
Pick'em.
be on it, that too. Hey, he's really legend. We like that.
You like that?
Ooh, look, you got yours too?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
That's Ralph.
That's my master.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Bill.
We're having the battle
both
of
of
dicks this year.
So Thursday night, we got Houston traveling to face off against the New York Jets that have a bigger laundry list of injury than the Texans. Who is anybody here going to take the Jets to beat the Texans?
I am.
No, but I will say this: Izzy
What?
Abanikanda will finally be activated and will run for over 100 yards in that game.
Who?
Izzy Abanikanda.
Honestly,
He's
I get
a-
defensive
he's
when
a-
you
he's
talk
a
about Detroit or
Fourth string
Clinton,
running back.
especially
He plays
outsiders.
special teams for the Jets. He's from Pitt. His name's Izzy Abanikanda.
Yeah, he's like their third running back though.
Is
Yeah.
he from Canada? I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
Oh,
That's what
no,
I
he's
I thought he was Nigerian.
Yeah,
You're taking the Jets. I'm taking Houston, guys. I'm
I'm not
sorry.
taking
We
the
got-
Jets. I'm taking Houston, but I say
Houston.
Izzy's going to run for 100 yards.
All right.
Who's
Okay. Does
outside Tank
anybody?
Dell? Who's
I got
the
Houston as
other
well.
receivers?
They still got John
The shoot-
Mechie. They still got.
Tank Dell.
They got Tank Dell.
He
So
said Tank Dell.
Yeah,
yeah, they got what's his
and-
name? Old friend, Robert Woods.
Yeah, he still got Rob Woods. Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't he?
Yeah, isn't Nico supposed to be coming back this week?
Next week.
At
Next
next
week.
week
Okay.
at
Yeah.
the earliest.
Okay.
That being said, our next game, it's going to be another one of those almost unanimous decisions. Dallas goes to play the fail cans. Anybody taking Dallas?
Who's Dallas playing?
Atlanta.
Falcons.
In it
Oh,
in
I got
Atlanta.
This one.
I got Atlanta 23-21.
Oh, I'm
Um,
taking Dallas because I'm going to say Kirk Cousins Jr. ends up beating Kirk Cousins.
a first and second pick in the 7th round, sure. Answering JBJ in the chat. Yeah, I'm taking Falcons. Miami at Buffalo. Who you got, Ken?
Buffalo.
Austin?
I got Buffalo as well.
B?
Shit, Buffalo handle them in Miami, and they're in Buffalo. So,
Hey, wait. When Buffalo handled them in Miami, what happened?
Tua got a concussion.
This might be the game that retires Tua, people.
Is
Keegan.
Damar Hamlin going to be the one to shut him down again, too?
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That would be pretty funny.
Keegan?
Buffalo's D line's gonna be on Tua's ass. I gotta take Buffalo.
Why'd you have to say that?
Sorry, Jeremy. I had to step away. What was the?
Hey, we haven't got to you yet. Will,
Okay.
Buffalo.
Miami at Buffalo. Who you got, Ralph?
I got Buffalo.
I do too. Jordan?
31-17 Buffalo.
Oh, you got him a touchdown
It's
this
a
time.
sweep.
Yeah, last time it was 31-3, wasn't it? Or no, they did have it.
31-10.
They had 31-10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tua will walk off the field with PTSD. 100%.
And we're being funny, folks. So don't think that we're trying to be cruel.
Yeah.
Hawk
You know what?
Tua for the win from Orlando.
That's going to be the only way Tua is able to win if he hocked Tua as the referee beforehand.
I was kind of
We
torn
need-
about this one. I wanted to give this team their second or third win of the year, and then I thought about it. I was like, nah, the other quarterback plays too good. Raiders at the Bungles. Who you got there, Jordan?
I got Bengals 34-20.
Jeez.
Ralph?
Oh man, I hate to take the Bengals here, but I hope the Raiders beat them. But it's the Bengals will probably win.
Well,
I'm gonna
The
keep my
bungle-
fingers crossed.
Bungles in the jungles.
Keegan,
Bungles destroy them.
B,
Yep, the Bungles. The Bungles.
Austin,
Same Bengals.
Packer.
Yeah, I'm going Bengals.
It's a clean sweep, people. Chargers at Cleveland. This is the coin flip game to me because Cleveland's starting to play better. Famous Jameis didn't look like the guy that could throw to the other side, other colored jersey as much. He actually showed some signs of life.
Yeah, besides Kyle Hamilton can't catch, but yeah.
Replying to Rob Helse's ghosts don't argue with zombies either.
Yankees game is tied, by the way, now.
4-4?
man.
5-5,
5-5.
man. It's a game.
Wow.
They want to put it away. Who you taking there, Ken? Chargers, Cleveland.
I got to go with the Chargers.
Austin?
Yeah, even though Winston's been playing well since he's taken over as a starter, I like Herbert and Harbaugh better. So give me the Chargers.
Hey,
Until Cleveland gets consistent, I'm picking against them. I'm picking the Chargers.
Keegan.
I 100% agree with Moonscar. I think this is Chubb's game that he returns back to Chubb. I gotta take the
You mean
Browns.
Chubb gets a Chubb? I'm kidding.
He gets a
I'm
chubby.
sorry.
Chubb gets the chubby. Got it. Will.
As Arnold Schwarzenegger once quoted, "Go Chargers."
Ralph?
I take the lightning bolts. I hate Cleveland.
I kind of figured you would. Jordan.
I hope Kevin
I got
Williams
the-
gets
North Haven.
fired.
I got the Chargers 20-19. The Browns are tanking for Shedeur
How do you
Sanders.
get 19 points in a game? It's so weird.
4 field goals and a touchdown.
Well, that's true.
Chargers defense has been good. I think they're number 2 in the NFL right now.
Number
Who you
1
got,
against the
Jeremy?
run as well. They're number 1 against the run.
Good Chargers.
The Chargers.
New England at Tennessee. And I'm
Thanks,
gonna start with Ken again because Jordan's going last this time at this team.
I'm actually going to take New England with this one.
Austin.
Tennessee's defense is just too strong for New England, so give me Tennessee.
B.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tennessee on this one, too.
Keegan.
I'm gonna go with the record. 0-6. I think the Patriots.
Will Vogel.
I'm going to say it's a tie.
Of course you would.
Ralph Williams.
I'm going to take the Titans in this one, believe it or not, and I think the score is going to be 9-6.
All right. Jordan.
After watching that special teams film on the Tennessee Titans, I'm taking the Patriots. I got 24-9.
I'm taking the Patriots too because the Honolulu Blue Flu is a real effect. We saw it even affected Dallas coming back after the bye week. John says I'm taking the Patriots. Titans suck. Ken, seriously? New England?
Yep.
Yeah. For the same reason we all took them. The ones that did take them.
Yeah.
Because Ken said the true test is if Dallas loses to San Francisco. because they should win in this game. Blah, 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 blah. They're healthier and everything else, and they got beat.
Yeah.
They got beat by a MASH unit in San Francisco.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Denver at Baltimore, and this is a pick 'em game. Jordan, we'll start with you.
The Ravens just came off a loss. Denver or the Cleveland, so I got them winning. I think I said 24-13, Baltimore.
Hey, Ralph.
Oh man, I'm going to take Denver here because I can't stand Baltimore.
He just needs a lead in the division. That's what he
love
wants.
that AFC North hate. Love it.
Will.
Baltimore.
Keegan.
Baltimore's going to come out looking pissed.
Ron Harbaugh screws the game up, makes a bad call.
Baltimore's going to come out look pissed because they lost to the Brownies. Baltimore's going to win this.
Cinderella.
I'll go with the Crabs.
Crabs.
Austin.
I'm going to go with Baltimore, but I think Jackson is going to struggle a little bit against the Broncos defense.
Packer.
Yeah, I'm going Baltimore. They're going to be wanting to get some revenge after losing last week.
I went 14-2 last week. This might be the one that gets me a loss. I went Denver because Bo saves football.
I think Bo Nix is going to throw 5 touchdowns.
Well, at least you win.
Which Bo are you
think
picking? Callahan?
I think you start.
I have a little thing I want to put up.
Like that because I don't bet.
Before I do this next one, over the last 3 weeks, I have the scores of 2 teams here. I wanted to wait for my co-host to be here to show it to him so he could see it. But since October 13th, the last 3 weeks combined, the Lions have scored 132 points and the New York Giants have scored 28. In other words, offensively, they're the Chicago Bears. Washington played the New York Giants. It may be a rivalry game, but Jaden Daniels, he's looking like Rookie of the Year right now. Packer, who you taking?
Yeah, I got to go Washington.
Austin?
Same, Washington.
B?
Commies.
Keegan?
Skins.
Will Vogel?
Skins.
Ralph?
Foreskins.
I hope the Skins lose so that and get beat up. So when they play the Steelers in a couple of weeks, we can beat them up. So but I'll take the Skins in this game. I'm sorry, the Commanders.
No, you said it right the first time. There's still the skins in my book.
Foreskins.
They almost became the presidents.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the names I'm looking at.
Jordan?
I got the Washington football team by a touchdown, 27-20. Why do they keep putting the Giants? I know this ain't the prime time, but why do they keep putting the Giants on freaking prime time? That's what I want to know.
Leonard
They're New York Giants. Excuse me. They're the New Jersey Giants. That's why.
Because they're close to the biggest media market in the NFL. That's why.
Yeah.
But I went with the Foreskins. They're going to neuter them.
Oh, jeez.
This is the one I couldn't pick because both teams suck. But now that I hear that Dalton's starting for the Young is starting for the Panthers, and Carr is going to start for the Saints. I gotta say, I'm going Saints. I was torn, but now that Carr's back, I'm taking the Saints. I was like, this might be the game. Bryce Young, Carr's coming back. Oh, they're fucked. Anybody taking the Panthers?
I am.
Wow.
I think Dalton's going to have 6 touchdowns and throw for over 400 yards.
It's Young.
Oh, is they're starting Bryce Young?
Oh, it's Bryce Young. Well, then I'm not picking Carolina.
I think. I think Saints.
I'm not picking Carolina.
Are gonna cost.
They did just trade their best receiver too.
Yeah, Deontay.
Well, if you call him a best receiver, yeah.
He's the
He's
drop
their best receiver.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
their best
there.
receiver.
My
Yeah,
house.
I give it to you.
Dropped the ball, ran backwards when he was here.
Kamara
Pretty
will
much.
carry the Saints with a busted wrist that he's still healing from. I'll let you know he slipped off hard at
I'm
that
taking the Yanks.
one. All right,
He'll be all right.
Jacksonville at Philly.
Oh,
you
come
going?
on. Philadelphia by a long shot, man.
I'm taking Jacksonville.
Yep.
They're actually playing
At
better
Philly.
every week. I have the feeling they get their next win of the year.
Is BTR playing?
Who?
No,
Yeah, he's on. Brian Robinson's injured right now. He's questionable for Sunday.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Their whole receiving core is banged up though. Gabe Davis is hurt, and Christian Kirk's out for the year.
I'm taking
I
the
got
Brian
take
Thomas
Philly.
is hurt.
Yeah,
for
I'm taking
Jacksonville.
Yeah,
the Eagles.
yeah. Him and Gabe Davis are questionable.
I gotta take Philly.
Brian Thomas Jr. has been very sneaky good too. Very
Yeah,
under
if he
the
was on a
radar
better
rookie.
team, if he was on a better team, then he would Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, he's still putting up numbers though.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody went with Philly, huh? Except
Yes.
for Ken the Packers.
Yeah, I went.
Philly's playing better
Yeah.
too now.
Yeah, I got Philly by 13, 30 to
They
17.
they got Brown back. That's all he needed. Brown and what's his face? Smith, Devin Smith.
Yep. I think
yeah,
Goddard's
no,
going to come back. Goddard's coming back soon too.
Yeah.
Goddard returned to practice today. I talked about that. But Saquon being the Etienne is still doubtful. Saquon, on the other hand, doesn't do that great against defenses that are good at stopping the run. Jacksonville sucks at stopping the pass. They're decent at stopping the run. So there is something to be said there. That's why I picked Jacksonville this week as my upset special.
Oh, I'm
I
all
hope it works out
on
for
that, except Josh Jacobs ran all over them.
I
Will, you're
understand.
picking for gold, man.
And a couple of those guys that were out that said they were practicing today was why. I keep saying Eagles, second best talented roster in the NFL behind Detroit. I don't see it anymore. I have not seen that type of play out of them. They're not scoring like they used to. Jalen Hurts isn't playing as good as he was.
He said roster, not team.
The roster is the team.
Yeah, but they're not playing. They're not playing at their level. That's the best roster in the NFL.
I disagree. But anyway,
Yeah.
Chicago at Arizona. Who's taking Chicago after last week?
Can I say something?
Sure.
So far, every week I've chosen Chicago. They've lost.
So you're picking Chicago this week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
boy,
and-
Keegan.
That one will lose
Attaboy.
again. And Caleb Williams will be getting his lunch eaten.
Oh, for once in his career, he had 4 incompletions in a game. Congratulations. I'm just being a jerk.
And he's still taking.
I just don't like Jalen Hurts. I never did.
I guess everyone else is taking Arizona.
And plus, I hated the fact that he took made my parlay not hit by not letting Saquon run on the goal line. Little fucking Keebler elf looking bastard.
You don't have any animosity toward him, do you, there, JB?
None at all. I have none towards that midget looking.
Unless they beat Detroit, then he really has
That
animosity.
midget bastard.
Freaking midget.
An elf.
Oompa Loompa. He's a Oompa Loompa looking motherfucker with the tush push.
No, it's like that scene from the movie Elf. You're an angry elf, aren't you?
Yes, he is. All right. Moving on. We got the LA Rams at 425 are facing off against their division rival Seattle. Who you
This
picking?
game's kind of a toss-up, I guess. Seattle
It
hasn't
is.
been winning.
Ken.
Oh, I'm going LA in this one.
Austin.
Yep. Puka and Cup are both back, and Puka played really, really well his first game back. So give me the Rams.
B.
Yeah, Stafford's got all his weapons now, except for Higbee, but he's still got all of his weapons, so he's good.
Keegan.
When there's a healthy Rams, look out. I gotta take the Rams.
Vogel.
In Spanish, you say La Rams. No, I'm kidding. It's L.A. Rams. It's a joke.
I know.
L.A. Rams.
Ralph Williams.
Thank you for pronouncing that
The
to
Los
us.
Angeles Rams. That's what I'm picking.
Okay. Jordan.
I got the Rams 31-23. No DK Metcalf for Seattle.
I went Seattle. For some reason, every rivalry game they've had, they've won this year. They've stepped up with people out every week. I think they're going to win.
Then you didn't watch the San Francisco game.
They've got a winning record versus the Rams, too.
Well, history don't repeat. I don't believe in that history stuff. It's this year. This year. And the Rams played quintessentially last year. But that's all. Pick Seattle. Pick Seattle. That's fine. You can just change your 14-2 to 2-14. That's okay.
Hey, everybody doubted a couple of my picks last week. The only ones I got wrong were the ones I thought were surefire winners. We all said, well, Philly's been playing like crap. Cincinnati should win. We all said, Baltimore is going to beat Cleveland. That's the only two I got wrong. I think that's pretty freaking good.
Yep.
But you're just gonna watch watch. You gotta have us pick everything now because Cleveland beat. The first thing you said is anybody picking Cleveland? See.
I lead the conversation. It's my job.
I'm just saying though. I'm just saying.
Indy at Mini. Backer.
Yeah, at different points, I've picked both of these teams to win this game. But, I'm going to go with what's worked the past 2 weeks. I'm going to punt on this one.
Austin.
Give me Minnesota in this one.
B.
Yeah, I'll take Minnesota. It's going to be a good game, though.
Keegan.
The last time Mini won 5 straight, they lost 5 straight.
Uh-oh.
I got to take Indy.
Well,
I'm taking Indianapolis. No, I'm kidding. I'm taking Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yeah.
All right. Ralph.
So Mike's not here tonight, so I could probably say I'll take Indy, but I'm not. I'm going to take Minnesota.
I won't tell.
All right. Jordan.
I got the Vikings 27-23.
And because Joe Flacco's starting, I went Indy.
Mr. Flaccid.
Tampa Bay at Kansas City on Monday Night Football. Who you got, Jordan?
Man, if the Buccaneers were healthy, I might pick them, but I'm not. 34-24 Kansas City.
Ralph?
I'm taking Kansas City. Buccaneers been screwing up lately, so,
Well,
the Chefs.
The Chefs, yeah.
All right. Keegan.
I'm going to write
That's
a nickname for all teams from now on.
The Crest.
I like that. I see what you did. All right, B.
Until Kansas City loses, I'm picking Kansas City. So.
Austin?
I'm also going to pick Kansas City, but I wouldn't be upset if Baker spoiled the undefeated season.
I wouldn't either.
Backer.
And I'm going to be the one hopping out on the limb, and I'm going to take Baker to pull the miracle.
Woo! I like it.
Oh, I can.
That's a hot take. But I went with the Kansas City Refs.
That's a better name.
That's a good one.
Detroit at Green Bay. Where you at, Jordan? We're starting down there with you.
So this is a toss-up game for me. Both are in the top 10 in rush offense. Detroit's 7th in the league, and Green Bay's 4th. So I think and both are similar in stopping the run too, middle of the league. I think this is gonna be a good game. I got the Packers just because they're at home, and you guys said the whole jinx thing about teams losing the following game. Well, guess who the Packers play their next game? Chicago. They ain't losing that game. So I'm taking the Packers at home, 34-31 in the shootout.
Ralph.
I abstain. No, I'm going to take. I don't know, man. It's. You know what, Jeremy? I do 2 shows with you, or more. I do 3 shows actually with you. So you know what, Jeremy? I'm going to take Detroit.
All right. Well,
I'm going to take Detroit 34-24.
Deacon.
Whose chair is that?
Right, get an oil.
Kneecaps will be bitten. I got Detroit.
Beach Grilla.
I got Detroit 30-24.
Austin.
Give me Detroit, but like the recipe since Aiden's been out, we gotta get pressure on the QB, and our secondary's got to step up a little bit.
It's gonna be a good game, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a great game.
I can't wait to see. I know what Ken's going to say.
Ken, it's your turn. You have the floor.
And to go off of what Keegan said, kneecaps are going to be bitten, but it's going to be Dan Campbell biting the Detroit Lion kneecaps. You're going to lose by 2 points. Call it. It's the theme of the division.
Hey, you know what, Ken? How about this? Jordan Love's going to throw 2 interceptions.
That's okay.
Ooh.
He'll still throw 5 touchdowns. It'll be
One
all
to
right.
each safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
One team.
Exactly.
I got a little tidbit for you. One team is in the top 5 for red zone defense. The other one is in the bottom 5. Can you tell me which ones they are?
Lions have
Detroit's
a top 5
top
defense in the
5.
red zone.
Yeah, that's because we're usually stopping them before they're getting to the red zone.
6 out of 10 times they've been in your end zone. 60%.
Oh, we sure got a hell of a lot of turnovers.
Game 7
Not be
match.
So do
stopping.
we. We have just as many.
Is
And
there
less
going to be a
interceptions. That's why
wager?
we're winning
Is
the
there a
turnover
wager this
differential
week?
battle.
If Ken loses, he shaves the beard.
Yeah.
Your beard versus the truffle shuffle.
Ooh.
There ain't no way in hell. No way in hell.
And that's why I already shaved my beard for this week.
Do the
I-
truffle
I-
shuffle
I-
anyway.
I was gonna say, I'll go truffle shuffle versus truffle shuffle again.
J.I. says if you wager the beard, he'll put 50 up against it.
Yeah, no, my beard's worth more than $50 to me.
Are you going to do
Ah.
both truffle shuffles? Come on.
I feel you can. Took a while to grow that beard, and man.
I was gonna say
Yes.
this is a year of growth.
My-
Yeah.
I ain't clipping it for nothing.
Right.
Lions win on a last-minute field goal by Jake Bates, 31-29.
Ooh.
How long is the field goal going to be?
Say,
The longest one of the year.
53 yards. Second longest of the year. His longest is 54 this year.
That winning with a last-minute field goal is the perfect theme of it. But Brandon McManus's streak of ending with a game winner is going to be the one that continues.
Jeremy, Ken wanted to know if you wanted to do truffle shuffle versus truffle shuffle.
What?
Like a
Truffle
minute
shuffle
ago, he
versus truffle
said, "Do you want?" Yeah, if you lose truffle shuffle, if he loses
No,
truffle
I wanted
shuffle,
to
him.
see that fucker beardless. I went for my shot.
Oh no, that one's getting saved for the next Vikings game.
Lions background.
Oh, then you got to run the Packer Backer News background for the full day.
Oh, no, I'm actually going to run it as the logo on the show.
Ooh.
Okay,
For the-
you got it. You
Okay,
got it.
so that's for this show right here. That show, you'll send me that, and I will use it as the logo.
Yep.
Ken should do
entire
the same
show.
thing, but a Lions background.
Hey, he will. He'll do it as the
Mhm.
Lions background. That's the bet.
Yep.
Speaking of logos, get to our favorite sponsor. Fuck the Packers.
Yeah.
They're not in the basement, and they're not
Nope.
at the top anymore.
Nope.
It's so confusing because I love doing them first. It was so much fun. But at the same time, it must be done from the bottom or the top.
Bottom.
Bottom
Middle.
dwellers. To the bottom. Dilly
I
dilly.
hate Chicago.
Dilly dilly, because Tyreek Stevenson is a complete and total clown ass moron. Fuck the Bears. They are
That's what the C
4-3.
stands for, clown.
Hey, JB,
That's
send
what the
me
C
that.
stands for, clown.
Or cocksuckers.
Hey, maybe
In third place, they got skull fucked and lost for a second time in a row because of the Honolulu Blue Pool.
Damn.
5-2. At 6-2, Becker Ken and them can go FDP. Fuck the Packers. And in first place with a 6-1 record and still Kings of the North, the mighty Detroit Lions. Until we lose it for the season, you don't own it.
Hey, JB, send me
You
the
gotta
Bears
talk.
one.
Send him. I will. I got you.
You got to talk like that the rest of your shows.
Oh, you like that?
Do it the
Like
whole
that?
show.
We like that.
You like that?
Okay,
We
Kirk
like
Cousins,
that.
calm down.
I've got to run, guys.
See, well,
Thank you, Will.
See you, Will.
See you guys. God, is that you?
Good one, Will.
Austin, thank you for coming back. Backer Ken, it's always a pleasure to have my Green Bay friend here. And I do say that as a friend. I may hate your team, but I don't hate you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ken's all right dude, man.
Yeah. Beastrilla,
Only
you
on
know,
Sundays.
one ass cheek and three toes. That's one kick-ass podcast.
Just don't get
Keegan,
one last
one
year.
day you'll get yours. So for now, you're a part of this one.
yep.
Good to have you.
Ralph, as always, RW Media on YouTube, RW Media Productions on the internet, correct?
Yes, absolutely. On Facebook, on the Twitch platform, and also on YouTube. I have several shows there, and then on top of that, I have 2 radio shows here in Pittsburgh, and I also have my own website, and you can watch all my shows on there as well at www.rwmediaproductions.com.
And every Wednesday night, he's a guest here.
Yes,
Every
I am.
Thursday night, he's a guest co-host with us on Fire Up with Candy from the
And
South
this
Florida
Saturday,
Tribune.
And this Saturday and every Saturday, 9 a.m., the External Bum Show. That's going to be myself, Jeremy Ballrick. And we have 2 guests filling in for Scott and for Leo. One of them is Mike Sisak from Amped Up Sports, and the other one is from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Steeler writer Ray Fittipaldo will join us.
Nice. And Jordan, you, of course, run a good NFL group, and I haven't noticed much trash talking. It's been more serious stuff in there, and I kind of like it on Facebook. And you're also playing in that 7-on-7 football league, correct? Or is that over? All right.
No, we're off season right now. We don't start back up till spring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are like during the same time as the UFL and everybody else, right?
Yeah, like March to July.
Well, for all of my guests and everybody, it's time for me to do my sponsor, and I have to do it the way B likes, because everybody else seems to like it that way too. It's Brandon Service right here at the corner of South Grand Traverse and West Atherton Road, 602 West Atherton Road, where? In Flint, where the water's shit, but the tires are good. Used tires are $45 and up, depending on size and condition. If you need new tires, please call 810-233-8230. Talk to George Red, or on Saturdays in the afternoons, you can ask me. We'll get you your quote, and your tires will be delivered within 1 to 2 business days.
You mean don't drive all the way to Pittsburgh for that? Oh, I'll buy some tires.
I'll ship it.
Really?
You just got to get them put on there.
Oh, okay. I got somebody that can do that.
See, I knew you would, because I've seen you got all sorts of little sponsors on your show. You've been in the business a lot longer than I have.
And I just got another one too. So
look at that.
Your truck
called
has
the
37-inch tires.
City Yellow Jackets.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not shipping those. Each one of those tires would cost a kid's college tuition in shipping. Good Lord, 37-inch tires. Are you driving Bigfoot?
Bigfoot. Oh,
Grave
man.
digger?
I used to drive Smallfoot.
I want some pizza, Ralph.
Yeah, I know. He watches my show, and I got a pizza place called the original Hometown Pizza.
Yeah, Hometown Pizza. Yeah, it's a good place.
Yeah.
But Estrella, you're down by Grand Rapids, right?
I'm in Chesterfield.
Chesterfield.
I am.
Oh, you are. There's a place that makes a smoked brisket pizza. It's a take and bake place there in Grand Rapids. I need that in my life.
Road trip.
It's time for a road trip.
Very good.
Road trip.
Oh, it's just the Raptor? Then what are you doing putting 37s on it? You must have it lifted and everything else and like to go off-road. Nah, it's just the Raptor.
You live in Chesterfield, Jay? Why would you need a Raptor with
Carolina? Carolina. He's in
Oh,
Carolina,
Chesterfield. Oh, Chesterfield, Carolina. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now I understand.
Down the road, I'm thinking of moving to Raleigh.
Good area. Just remember,
It
you
is.
always
It's
catch
beautiful
the
down there.
overflow of all the Florida hurricanes.
A lot of Steeler
I know.
fans. A lot of
I know.
Steeler fans in North Carolina.
There's a lot of Steeler fans everywhere.
Wow.
I mean, a lot.
Oh, they're everywhere. There's Steeler bars everywhere, too.
Oh, yeah, he lives in Georgia. I'm sorry.
Oh, Georgia. Okay. Well, now I really get it.
By Athens, that's a good area. I've been through there.
Still 5-5 in the World Series.
Yes, it is. Bottom of the sixth. I want to thank everybody for watching. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. It's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right here. Much love to everybody in the chat.